time to do my favorite fucking thing, talking shit on the internet. Okay, so to start things off, hello, hope everyone's doing well today. My heart's going fast. We usually, the days I will make content, I think that's when you will see me making content when my heart's going fast. Look, this pretty boat. I like this. Sorry, I gotta get on topic. So, in a nutshell, something that annoys the fuck out of me is if I'm. Usually, this happens every time I try to introduce a man to a new game. And I will if he plays something like Cisco, Fortnite, Call of Duty, like mainly plays shooter games, or if he's used to the traditional RPG game where you just go in, you destroy a bunch of shit, skip through dialogue with a bunch of people, and then usually an objective pops up on what you need to do next. I usually hate gamers like that in general because it's like, fuck you. Fuck you. They do not know how to play any other game. So, oh my god, I remember with my ex-boyfriend from like 2 years ago. Lovely dude, lovely dude. I will say this about him. I remember I was like, hey, we're gonna play this game called Lakeview Valley. I think you're gonna love it. It's a great game. Very edgy, I will warn you, but also very dialogue based. Like, you have to pay attention to what you're saying in the game, otherwise you're not gonna have fun. You understand that, right? And he was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, I'm down to play. And then, mind you, we didn't even get past like 3 slides of words before he was like, this shit is boring, and he skips past all of it. I was like, hey, wait, it's a dialogue-based game. You can't skip through all the words like that. Some important shit's gonna happen. He was like, oh, it's fine. Fuck it. I'm gonna try anyway. And he designs his character, keeps skipping through all the fucking dialogue. And then the way the game starts is that as the bus driver's talking, you literally have the bus ram into this naked girl on the street and fucking murder her. So he skips through that and then was like, whoa, wait. Why did this just happen out of nowhere? Oh, wow, it's almost as if there was something that would have fucking hinted or like, that's one, it's a surprise. Two, maybe you know what, like, if you fucking followed if you listen to the dialogue. But whatever, guess what? Then, as I'm really telling him, okay, so this is the fun part of the game, and I was really telling him how the game works in the rundown of the game Lakeview Valley. Wonderful game made by fucked up Finnish people. We love you, Finnish people. Keep making games. I love Fear and Hunger. This the first thing he does in the game when he gets off the bus is immediately grabs the corpse that just got hit and starts dragging it around in front of the bus driver, which obviously freaks out the bus driver. Then the bus driver runs. He's like, oh my god, why is the bus driver freaking out? Because he was fucking designed to be a normal human being. Normal human beings in real life will not appreciate it if you just get off a bus and start randomly touching random naked women who who the bus driver killed. Like, that's not normal. So then in the game, he's like, okay, well, the bus driver just fled. So now I gotta, like, he follows the bus driver into town. And the first thing he does, he kills a random old lady, kills a random mailman, kills like 3 fucking people off bat that he has not bothered to interact with entirely. And then he gets shot by the fucking in-game sheriff, and then the game instantly ends. And he's like, what the fuck? Why did this happen? Like, this game doesn't make any sense. It's not fun. Like, that just makes no sense. Why did I just get murdered? And I had to explain it's a dialogue-based game where you have to pay attention to the environment and actually talk. Cause, yeah, dumbass, it's not Grand Theft Auto, but even in Grand Theft Auto, if you just walk up to fucking characters like Trevor and Franklin and try to shoot them in the head, they're gonna fight back. Cops are gonna come out. What the fuck? And we tried to play the game a little bit more, because luckily that game has a thing where even if you die, you can get revived, and they'll just bill you at a hospital or whatever, and then totally, like, not arrest you for your crimes. It's interesting. He's kept skipping through the dialogue, and then he just kept doing random shit, killing random people, and then being like, why is this happening? Or trying to talk to random people, but then skipping through every fucking thing. I remember I kind of got revenge on him, because there was this scene where you can meet, like, this character who is obviously LGBT coded, aka gay, in the game. And he skipped through all the dialogue. And then, I forget what it said, but I think it said something like, make love with Jet. And I was like, this is up to you, Liam. And then Liam was like, oh, well, what's this do? And I said, I don't know. You're the one that skipped the dialogue. So I'm going to let this be a surprise for you. He clicks yes. And then he's forced to go through a scene in the game where you literally have to press your keyboard spacebar a multiple amount of times until a love meter fills up before you can stop having sex with this gay character in the woods. Yeah, as a straight man, he very much did not enjoy that. He hated that. Yeah, maybe you should have read the fucking dialogue. There was a lot of foreshadowing between him directly asking you in multiple lines, "Hey, I want to fuck you. Would you like to have sex with me?" This also happened with the video game Thirsty Suitors. It's also a game that is more dialogue based and jokey. I told him, "Hey, this is one of those games where it's like a fighter game, but like a turn-based fighter game." But it also is a comedy game. So it's one of those games that are slow paced. You play it mainly for the jokes. They have some funny interactive scenes. Guess what that nigga did? He would not stop skipping through any fucking dialogue scene like oh and then guess what? He'd be like, "Whoa, why is a fight starting? This doesn't make any fucking sense. Why am I fighting these thirsty suitors?" And I'd be like, "Wow, it's almost as if you knew ahead of the fucking time what the game would be." And then in between each round of like fighting, they would say something or say a joke, and he'd skip past it and be like, "There's way too many fucking words in this game. There's so much talking." And I said, "This is literally like, it's like, oh my god, 10 seconds of joke talking in a joke game? Really? Wow, would have never fucking guessed it." I would say more about that specific ex, but I don't want to. Well, actually, I'm gonna say it just to get it off my chest because I have high blood pressure and it's on my mind. And it's gonna be on my mind the rest of the day. He's also the type of guy where when he was helping me out with cleaning my apartment, bless his soul, he's lovely. I remember telling him, "Hey, make sure you check like every like paper and folder you can, or even every single like bag, even if you think it's just like some unsuspecting paper bag. Please triple check, just check it for me, because usually there's something important in it." And he was like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll do that." Yeah. Guess what? That nigga almost threw out my fucking rental agreement and $400 worth of money that was in a very obvious folder. He just threw that shit out without a second thought. And then and then I remember the next time he came over, I repeated to him absolutely what not to do, and I caught that nigga almost throwing out a bag full of jewelry that I had. So yeah, let's just say, yeah, I'm not saying he was an awful person. I'm just saying he's the type of guy where you could say, "Hey, the restaurant is going to be like 7 blocks down on the left hand side, and then you can walk 7 steps across a crosswalk," and then he will go, "Oh, it's on here on the right, right, baby?" So sometimes it took him a while. But yeah, anyway, so I think I've had incidents with him and a few other men that way that just made me go, "Oh." It's very rare that I meet a dude who's actually into a story based game and is okay with like not skipping through all the dialogue and trying to immediately get into violence and killing, because that game won't tell you an objective. You have to pay attention to the story and then figure out how to do things yourself. Anyway, so yeah, just letting you know that these are not the type of people you play the game Undertale with. And yeah, I just felt like sharing this story. Peace out.